Murph, thanks very much for allowing me to come and chat to you just before your big milestone game. The big question, what do you remember of your first game?
It's a long time ago, wasn't it, Kouta? I still remember getting my first touch and Nick Stevens ran past and just demanded the football, so I gave a little terrible handball to him. I remember kicking a goal from about 25 out and shanked it, went through, luckily enough. But yeah, just running out there the first time, playing against Melbourne with guys like yourself and Big Favola. It was a huge thrill. So
it was unbelievable to think of a young kid who just came out then. We always knew, I guess, that you were going to play for a long time anyway. But I never could imagine, like, later on you'll be playing your 250th also. But just a resilient kid, man. I'm very proud to say, you know, I watched in particular the start of your journey, but after that, retiring too, to see where you've come, being a great leader, and what you've been able to achieve has just been amazing, mate. So full credit to yourself, so well done.
Yeah, I was saying to my old man recently just about playing my 250th coming up, and you look back to your first game, it was actually pretty special to be able to share that with you on your milestone game.
It's only 13 years, Murph, you know. It's gone quick.
It goes quick.
So Murph, this doesn't sound too good, but first thoughts of myself when you came to the club?
When I first initially got drafted, I know you said that we met each other on draft day and had a photo at the top of the Rialto. That was when it all started to sink in that I was a Carlton player. Obviously looked at you on TV over the years and thought how good you were, and yeah, to be able to be captained by you in my first year was pretty special. So obviously in pretty good shape still, but you're always a big man back then as well.
A bit bigger back then.
So yeah, I think that was sort of the realisation. I was like, geez, there's big blokes these AFL footballers, and to play with yourself, yeah, it was awesome to start off with.
Eventually to get the call at the age of 31, I never thought I'd ever get that opportunity to captain the club. It was a little bit later, of course, in my stage, and the club wasn't quite as successful as what it was before. It was, some dark times, but just for me, the thrill and honour to captain the football club and know that there was so many young kids, and we had like yourself and other, #1 draft picks that were coming through our club, which was really exciting for me. I'm not sure how you felt. Of course, you were a lot longer than me as captain.
No, well, I suppose, unfortunately, we captained at times when it was pretty tough. But I think, yeah, you speak about young guys that you play with, and I suppose the impact that you can have on those guys at the start of their careers is something that I know I'll probably look back on whenever I'm done, and know that I've played with guys like Fisher and Walsh and Cripper, and to see those guys become the footballer that I know that they'll become, and have that influence over them as a senior player and as their captain to start off with, I think is something that I'll certainly hold dear to my heart. I'm sure you'll probably enjoy watching me run around knowing that you started off being my captain as well. And just being able to lead the Carlton Football Club out. It was a huge honour to run out there first and to be able to address the guys and represent the footy club, even though it was pretty tough times for both of us as captain, but still obviously proud for yourself and your family as well.
You obviously came in with a high regard, but the way you trained, he just showed in the team that wasn't winning a lot of games. Like, we were down the bottom, it just showed your maturity as a player, because I've seen you get hit, and I'd tell everyone this, I'd seen you get smashed, but you know what, you just got back up and you just kept playing, you kept winning that ball, and that's when I knew you were going to be something special for the club. And a lot of kids, you see different mentality, but for you, I was very thrilled to see that part of you. You had the strength in you, the belief in you. I think you had that desire to go on and play as many years as you possibly could with this wonderful club. So I had that privilege to be able to see that young kid and develop into a captain and an absolute superstar, I think, of the game of AFL. So it was great.
That's good. Yeah, it's enormous to know that you're a one club player, and the club's invested a lot in me over the time, and I'm certainly consider myself a real loyal person like yourself, and I'm looking forward to being able to bring my kids down here to watch Carlton play, and the whole family now is all Carlton people, which is awesome. So my mum's first job was up here at the old social club, which isn't here anymore, but it's sort of been a bit of an institution for our family, even though my old man and and my pa play for different footy clubs. I think Carlton will certainly be our home as family. So I think to represent the footy club, it'll be my 250th time will be awesome, and hopefully there's a few more years to come, and hopefully taste a bit of success over that time, Kouta.
So Murph, I've noticed your dad, around the club and everyone else. What does it mean to you to have such great family support
I think it means everything when you play football, whatever you do, that you've got your support of your family. And my old man played a fair bit of footy over his time, and he just loves watching me play at Carlton, and he rides every bump and rides every loss as well, and every win as much as what I do. I think some of the best times I've had in football have been when we've won a couple of close finals at the G, and seeing your family's reaction after that, and your teammates and your coaches. And although I haven't been able to taste that ultimate success like you have, I could imagine what it would be like after experiencing some of those big wins in finals. And yeah, your families, they drive you everywhere when you're young, and they basically look at you and whatever you do, and are excited by what you achieve. And yeah, my old man and brothers and mum are always down there and all in their Carlton kit, although the old man doesn't wear too much Carlton kit at the games. He gets a bit fired up, but yeah, they love it, and I know they're pretty keen to see what we can achieve over the next few years.
I was like you, had incredible family support, and I always say I would never have made senior footy if it wasn't for them. My dad was born overseas, had no idea about the game, mum either, but they just fell in love with it when we started playing. And I can recall the '95 grand final. My dad was never that sort of emotional type of guy, but he walked into those club rooms after the game and I had a beer in my hand, and he gave me a big kiss on the cheek and gave me a big hug. So I know how proud he was too. And mum also, you know, following my career, it was always difficult for me when I lost my father back. It was a long time now, 21 years as this month. And I know what footy meant to him, and I used that death as my inspiration to keep going and better myself every single day. So I thank my parents all the time for the great family support that they gave me, and my brothers, both Paul and Christian, who were here every week to watch every single game.
Yeah, Jamie, when you were still playing, what was that like? And seeing him in the rooms after games would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. And then I had Monique too a couple of years later. But to see them at the footy club, to be able to hug them, and I actually ran out with them at my 250th Murph. So you'll be able to do the same thing. I had
probably the same height as probably Jamie I was back.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But the family, yeah, to come along, and obviously then you realise, I mean, footy, when you start, it's just footy, isn't it? It's like, get it out of my way, there's nothing else, but you realise later on that footy's not just everything.
It all puts it all into perspective as well, like when you when you have a loss, but you come home to your child, and they couldn't care less. They're just happy to see you. So last year was a tough year personally, with going through sort of injury and not winning a lot of games, but to be able to have Max in his first year and seeing him develop over the year was cool. And footy, although it is your entire life, your family is obviously number one. So yeah, it's special to be able to see your son in the navy blue as well, with your number on the back and daddy on the back. It's pretty cool. So that's what this club, we're trying to build a strong culture about family and all being together. So that's what it's all about.
Mark, I just want to wish you all the best. 250 games, I tell you, there's not many players that can walk into this club and be able to achieve that. Some absolute greats of the past of this club are in that club of 250 games. So very proud of you. Just want to say congratulations. I think on behalf of all the Carlton footy fans and the AFL, a special achievement. I wish you all the very best, and don't stop. I know there's 300 games not far away for you too, and I know you'll be able to achieve that milestone also. So well done.
Thanks, Kouta. It means a lot to hear those words from you. You'll always still be my captain when I first started, and yeah, legend of this footy club and the AFL. So appreciate you taking the time to come and have a chat, brother.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.